video, we should be looking at the switchboard dimensioning drawings and the way they are produced. This is a dimensioning drawing produced for one of the switchboards in the sample project that we have opened. We are going to see how this is produced and how we can change it. But first, let's take a look at the switchgear materials that we have in the library. Open the library and click Switchgear Materials. Let's click the Miniature Circuit Breakers family and select an MCB. On the right, the screen is split into 6 panels. Top left is a table with the different models available for the selected MCB and the nominal values of the current for each model. Next is the MCB's dimension drawing. On the right, there's the property grid that displays all the technical data. At the bottom, there's a single line symbol, a picture of the material, and some links which can link to the manufacturer's webpage or to a PDF file with specifications. Click on the arrow here if you want to follow the link. Now, let's get back to our sample project and select this relatively small switchboard. To view the switchboard's dimensioning, click Dimensioning. Here are the options we have for the production of the dimension drawing. Every time we change something, the drawing is produced anew. So, for example, we can add some rows or columns if we want to have some extra spare space. Or change the material's arrangement to upwards or downwards. Or change the numbers of elements per row. The materials can be optionally drawn with their terminals, the checkbox here, and the legend as well. The rest of the options are the margin widths and heights, and the row clearance, which can be 125 or 150, which allows for easier wiring. Let's try changing the materials of the incomer. We will replace all these rail materials with a molded case circuit breaker. Click Select Circuit and select a new incomer. Now, if we come back to the dimensioning drawing, we can see that the rail materials were removed and replaced with the MCCB. But because the MCCB would not fit into the rails, it was placed on the top here. So in order to fit the new material, we will select a cabinet type with a primary space. And now we can decrease the number of rows and select just 2 rows. Select the project's main switchboard. Observe that this switchboard feeds all the sub-switchboards and also that almost every circuit has an MCCB. Click Incomer. Here the designer has provisioned for 3 amperometers and 1 rail mount voltmeter. Click Dimensioning. The selected cabinet is a flow-mounted one, and the only options we have here is the cabinet's dimensions, height, width, and depth. The measuring devices are placed at the top, and note that here the designer hasn't selected a rectangular voltmeter, so a rail mount one is drawn. The MCCBs are drawn here, rotated by 90 degrees, and down here are the rest of the rail mount materials. We can easily export the dimensioning drawing to DWG and PDF files by clicking here, or we can print the drawing by clicking here and selecting the Print Preview option, such as the drawing form and the scale. If we click the root node, we see a list of all the project switchboards along with their dimensions. Finally, let's have a quick look at the project's switchboards. The switchboard for air conditioning loads, also with a floor mount cabinet. The switchboard of the diesel generator. The switchboards of the floors, which are wall mounted with primary space for the incomer's MCCB. This switchboard happens to have 2 MCCBs, so they are drawn here. And the rest of the switchboards with typical wall-mounted cabinets.